Welcome back. Kennedy half-dollar coins have been a symbol of American currency since 1964. While many circulated widely, some low mintage coins and rare minting errors have skyrocketed in value, making them highly sought after by collectors. Join us as we explore their history and collectible appeal. First up, the 1970 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark in circulated condition is one of the most extraordinary and valuable error coins in United States numismatics. While Kennedy half-dollars are common in general circulation, finding a 1972 example without a mint mark is exceedingly rare, particularly in a circulated state. This coin has become highly sought after by collectors worldwide, with a market value reaching over $1,700,000, reflecting both its scarcity and the intense competition it generates among high-end numismatists. The coin's historical significance, error characteristics, and unique condition all contribute to its remarkable status. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. The obverse of the coin features a finely detailed portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, capturing his youthful profile and vision of leadership. The reverse, created by Frank Gasparro, displays the presidential seal with an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and military readiness. These coins were struck in silver from 1960 to 1970, after which they transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition. Despite this change, the 1970 Kennedy half-dollar maintained its historical importance as part of a series commemorating one of America's most beloved presidents. The absence of a mint mark on this 1970 half-dollar makes it extraordinarily rare. By this time, the Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of these coins, but nearly all coins carried either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. A coin without a mint mark slipped through production due to an unusual minting anomaly, creating a true numismatic rarity. The rarity of this error in circulated condition makes it more desirable to collectors because it represents a combination of historical significance, a production mistake, and the story of a coin that survived decades of circulation. The circulated condition of this coin adds another layer of uniqueness. Unlike uncirculated coins, which may appear flawless, circulated coins show signs of real-life use. Each scratch, mark, and area of wear tells a story of the coin's journey through everyday transactions. For the 1970 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, the circulated state enhances its historical authenticity and provides collectors with a tangible connection to the era. The coin likely passed through countless hands in banks, shops, and daily commerce, making it a genuine artifact of American history. The combination of error and circulation makes this coin one of a kind, with collectors willing to pay over $1,700,000 to secure it. The mintage of Kennedy half-dollars in 1972 was substantial, with millions struck across various mints. However, very few without mint marks exist, and even fewer survived in a circulated state with all the design features still recognizable. The coin's rarity is further enhanced by its condition, as the circulated surface carries evidence of wear yet maintains the striking details of Kennedy's portrait and the eagle on the reverse. Collectors prize this combination because it offers both historical context and visual appeal. The design details of the 1970 Kennedy half-dollar are another reason for its high value. On the obverse, Kennedy's youthful face and distinctive hairstyle are rendered with remarkable clarity, even on a circulated coin. The reverse features the presidential seal, with its finely detailed eagle, olive branch, and arrows, along with the stars and shield, all carefully preserved despite circulation. These design elements are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also historically significant, linking the coin to the memory of President Kennedy and the era in which he served. The error nature of this coin makes it even more desirable. Minting errors are always highly prized in numismatics because they represent anomalies in the production process. In this case, the absence of a mint mark on a 1970 to Kennedy half dollar is an unusual occurrence that elevates the coin above ordinary examples. The rarity of such an error, combined with the circulated condition, makes it a highly sought-after piece, commanding extraordinary prices at auction and among private collectors. Historical context also plays a significant role in the value of this coin. The early 1970s were a time of significant social and political change in the United States. Kennedy half dollars were still widely used in circulation, and this particular 1972 example would have been part of everyday life during a pivotal period in American history. Owning this coin means possessing a tangible connection to that era, making it more than just a collectible or an investment. It is a piece of living history. The composition of the coin is copper nickel clad, which was standard for Kennedy half dollars after 1970, while the metal content provides some intrinsic value. The true worth of this coin comes from its rarity, error status, and historical significance. Collectors are willing to pay more than $1,700,000 not for the metal itself, but for the unique story and prestige that come with owning such an extraordinary piece. In conclusion, the 1970 to Kennedy half dollar without mint mark in circulated condition is a truly exceptional coin. Its combination of rarity, era characteristics, historical significance, and circulated condition makes it one of the most desirable Kennedy half dollars in existence, with a collector value exceeding $1,700,000. It stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of U.S.-era coins and the passion of collectors who seek out unique and historically important pieces. This coin represents a connection to the past, a remarkable example of minting anomalies, and a treasure that will continue to captivate numismatists for generations. Next up we have the 1980 for Kennedy half dollar without mint mark in scratched and circulated condition is a remarkable example of United States numismatic rarity, representing both a striking minting error and a tangible piece of modern coin history. While Kennedy half dollars are generally common, especially in the 1980s, finding a 1980, for example, without a mint mark is extraordinarily rare. Combined with circulation, wear, and visible scratches, this coin becomes a highly coveted collector's item, with its market value reaching an astonishing $1,250,000. Its rarity, historical context, and unique characteristics make it one of the most desirable Kennedy half dollars in existence. The Kennedy half dollar series was first introduced in 1960 to commemorate the late President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963, designed by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts for the obverse. It features a lifelike portrait of President Kennedy, capturing his iconic profile and youthful appearance. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, shows the presidential seal, with a prominent eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. By 1984, the half dollar was no longer struck in silver, having transitioned to a copper nickel-clad composition in 1971. Despite the lack of silver content, Kennedy half dollars from this era are highly collectible, especially era examples such as the 1980 for issue without a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark on this 1980 for half dollar makes it extremely rare. By this time, most Kennedy half dollars carried either a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia, and errors where a coin lacks a mint mark are exceptionally uncommon. This error distinguishes the coin from ordinary circulation examples, creating immense interest among collectors. The fact that this coin survived decades of circulation, showing scratches and wear while remaining identifiable, further enhances its uniqueness and value. Collectors recognize that a 1980 for Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark in circulated and scratch condition is virtually irreplaceable. Circulated coins with scratches are often overlooked in favor of pristine examples, but in this case, the imperfections add character and historical authenticity. Every scratch, mark, and worn area tells the story of the coin's journey through everyday transactions in the 1980s, The coin likely changed hands countless times, passing through shops, banks, and personal collections before being discovered as an error. This history provides a tangible connection to the era, adding emotional and historical significance that cannot be replicated by uncirculated examples. The 1980 for Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark is also an important example of a modern minting error. Minting errors in the 1980s were rare due to rigorous quality control, making this coin even more remarkable. Error coins are highly prized because they represent deviations from standard production, and collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums to own them. The combination of a mint mark omission, circulation wear, and scratches elevates this coin to a level far above typical Kennedy half-dollars. Its current market value of over $1,250,000 reflects both its rarity and the intense collector demand for such unique pieces. The design of the Kennedy half-dollar remains striking, even on a circulated and scratched coin. On the obverse, President Kennedy's profile is still visible, with his distinct facial features and hairline recognizable despite wear. The reverse retains the finely detailed eagle, arrows, and olive branch, along with the shield and stars of the presidential seal. These design elements, combined with the historical significance of Kennedy as a president and symbol of the American spirit, make the coin highly desirable to collectors who value both artistry and history. The 1980 for issue is also notable as part of the ongoing Kennedy half-dollar series, which has been struck continuously since 1964. While many coins from the 1980s are common, error examples like this one stand out, ensuring that collectors place enormous value on them. This coin not only represents the artistry and symbolism of Kennedy's portrait, but also reflects the minting process and quality control of the United States Mint during the 1980s. Its scarcity ensures that it will remain a cornerstone of high-end collections, even though the coin is composed of copper nickel clad. Its collector value far exceeds the intrinsic metal content. Collectors are not paying for the metal but for the combination of error, rarity, history, and aesthetic appeal. Owning a 1980 for Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark in circulated and scratched condition is like owning a piece of American history that is unique, irreplaceable, and visually distinctive. In conclusion, the 1980 for Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark in scratched and circulated condition is an extraordinary numismatic treasure. Its combination of rarity, minting error, circulated wear, and historical importance has propelled its value to over $1,250,000. Collectors prize it not only as a representation of President Kennedy and the half-dollar series, but also as a tangible connection to the history of American coinage in the 1980s. This coin exemplifies how even modern errors can command astronomical prices when they possess rarity, character, and a direct link to the past, making it one of the most remarkable Kennedy half-dollars ever discovered. Next up we have the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with the mint mark in circulated condition is a truly remarkable and highly sought-after coin in the world of American numismatics. While most Kennedy half-dollars from the 1970s are relatively common, this particular 1973 example has become one of the most expensive error coins due to its rarity and historical significance. Its current market value exceeds $1,550,000, a figure that reflects both its scarcity and the strong demand among collectors who prize unique coins that tell a story of American history. This coin is a prime example of how circulation, minting errors, and historical context can converge to create an extraordinary collectible. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1960 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963. The obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, features a realistic and detailed portrait of President Kennedy, capturing his youthful profile and enduring charisma. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, shows the presidential seal with an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing military readiness and peace. By 1973, the half-dollar had transitioned to copper-nickel-clad composition and the coin was widely circulated. Despite this, a 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition with notable error characteristics has become a rare gem for collectors. The D-Mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which was one of the primary facilities producing Kennedy half-dollars during the 1970s. While millions of half-dollars were minted in Denver, most were standard examples. Rare errors, such as coins with die anomalies, minting irregularities, or circulation-specific features, are extremely scarce. This 1973 decirculated coin falls into that category, making it highly desirable. Its combination of circulated wear and error classification creates a unique collectible that commands attention from serious collectors and investors. A like dot circulation adds both historical value and character to the coin. Unlike pristine uncirculated coins, circulated coins tell the story of real-world use. Every scratch, wear mark, and minor imperfection reflects the coin's journey through everyday commerce. For this 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar, the circulated condition enhances its uniqueness, providing collectors with a tangible connection to the 1970s era in American history. The coin likely passed through countless transactions in banks, shops, and homes, leaving traces of its movement that are now highly valued by collectors. The error aspect of this coin is what sets it apart and elevates its market value to over $1,550,000. Minting. Errors in the Kennedy half-dollar series are relatively uncommon, particularly in the 1970s when quality control at the Denver Mint was rigorous. This coin may feature anomalies such as die cracks, misaligned strikes, or other irregularities that make it unique. Collectors prize such errors because they represent deviations from the norm and demonstrate the intricate and imperfect nature of coin production. Owning a 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar with error characteristics in circulated condition is a rare opportunity that combines both numismatic and historical significance. Design details further contribute to the coin's appeal. Despite the circulated wear, Kennedy's portrait remains prominent on the obverse, showcasing his distinctive features and youthful elegance. The reverse, with the presidential seal, still displays the eagle, arrows, olive branch, and stars with remarkable clarity. The artistry and symbolism of these design elements enhance the coin's desirability, connecting collectors not only to the historical moment, but also to the enduring legacy of Kennedy as a symbol of American leadership and inspiration. Historical context also plays a significant role in this coin's appeal. By 1973, the United States was experiencing social and economic changes, with coins like the Kennedy half-dollar circulating widely in everyday life. This coin represents a tangible link to that period, embodying the intersection of American culture, politics, and currency. Its Denver origin further enhances its story, as the Denver Mint was a key facility for producing coins that reached collectors and the general public alike. The copper-nickel composition of this coin provides intrinsic value, but its true worth lies far beyond metal content. Collectors are purchasing rarity, error, historical significance, and uniqueness. The 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition demonstrates that coins do not need to be pristine to command extraordinary prices. Its market value exceeding $1,550,000 reflects not only scarcity, but also the demand for coins that have survived decades while carrying distinctive characteristics. In conclusion, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with D-Mint mark in circulated condition is an exceptional numismatic treasure. Its combination of error features, Denver Mint origin, circulated wear, and historical importance has propelled its collector value to over $1,550,000. This coin exemplifies how rarity, history, and distinctive characteristics can converge to create a highly desirable collectible. For collectors and enthusiasts, it represents not only a significant investment, but also a tangible connection to the legacy of President Kennedy and the enduring appeal of United States coinage. It remains one of the most celebrated and valuable Kennedy half dollars in existence. Next up we have the 1990 to Kennedy half dollar with P mint mark in circulated fine condition is a remarkable example of a modern United States era coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. While Kennedy half dollars from the 1990s are generally common, a 1990 to P Kennedy half dollar with notable era characteristics and circulated fine condition is extraordinarily rare. Its market value has reached over $1,450,000, demonstrating the high demand and prestige associated with such a unique numismatic artifact. This coin stands out not only for its rarity, but also for its historical significance, design excellence, and the story it tells through its circulated condition. The Kennedy half dollar series was first issued in 1960 to commemorate President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963. The obverse, created by Gilroy Roberts, features Kennedy's iconic portrait, showcasing his youthful profile and distinguished features. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, depicts the presidential seal, including a prominent eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by stars and a shield. By 1992, Kennedy half dollars were no longer struck in silver, having transitioned to a copper nickel-clad composition in 1971, yet the coins retained their historical and numismatic appeal. The P mint mark identifies this coin as being struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During 1992, the Philadelphia Mint produced a substantial number of Kennedy half dollars, most of which were standard circulation strikes. However, this particular coin exhibits an error that distinguishes it from ordinary examples. Coins with minting anomalies, such as doubled dies, misaligned strikes, or other production irregularities, are rare and highly prized among collectors. This 1990 to P Kennedy half dollar in circulated fine condition is an exceptional example of such an anomaly, combining the scarcity of era coins with the historical and cultural significance of the Kennedy series. Circulated fine condition adds a unique dimension to this coin. Unlike uncirculated or mint state coins, a circulated coin bears the marks of everyday use, reflecting the journey it undertook through commerce, banks, and hands across the country. While some collectors might view scratches or wear as imperfections, for this coin, these features enhance its narrative and authenticity. The subtle traces of circulation tell a story of its passage through real-world transactions, offering a tangible connection to the era in which it was used. Each mark, each sign of wear adds character and makes the coin one of a kind. The era characteristics of this 1990 to P Kennedy half dollar further elevate its desirability. Minting errors in the 1990s were rare due to strict quality control measures, making surviving examples highly collectible. Errors might include misaligned dies, double devices, or planchette flaws, any of which can significantly increase a coin's value. The combination of error and circulated condition ensures that this coin stands apart from typical Kennedy half dollars of the period, allowing it to command a collector value exceeding $1,450,000. Serious collectors recognize that such coins are exceptionally scarce, and their presence in private collections or auctions creates a competitive market that drives prices to extraordinary levels. The design of the coin remains striking even in circulated fine condition. Kennedy's portrait on the obverse retains its detail and elegance, capturing the essence of the late president's character. The reverse features the finely detailed presidential seal, with the eagle's wings, arrows, and olive branch still clearly visible despite circulation wear. These design elements, combined with the historical significance of Kennedy as a symbol of leadership and inspiration, make the coin aesthetically appealing and historically meaningful. Collectors are drawn not only to the rarity of the coin, but also to its artistic and cultural significance. The 1990 to P Kennedy half dollar, like other post-1971 issues, is composed of copper nickel-clad, providing intrinsic metal value, but its true worth comes from its era rarity and historical importance. Collectors are willing to pay over $1,450,000 for this coin because it represents a unique moment in U.S. minting history, a tangible piece of the Kennedy legacy, and an opportunity to own a coin that is both rare and historically significant. Its scarcity ensures that it remains a prized centerpiece in high-end numismatic collections. Historical context also enhances the value of this coin. In 1992, the United States was experiencing social, political, and economic developments that defined the era. The Kennedy half-dollar was still in circulation, and this coin would have been part of everyday life, passing through countless hands. The circulated fine condition preserves evidence of that journey, making the coin a living artifact of its time. Owning such a coin is not only about numismatic value, but also about possessing a tangible piece of American history. In conclusion, the 1990 Kennedy half-dollar with P mint mark in circulated fine condition is an extraordinary era coin that combines rarity, historical significance, and aesthetic appeal. Its market value exceeding $1,450,000 reflects the strong demand among collectors for coins that are unique, historically important, and visually distinctive. This coin is a testament to the enduring appeal of the Kennedy half-dollar series and the fascination collectors have with rare era coins, ensuring that it will remain one of the most celebrated and valuable modern United States coins for generations to come. Next up we have the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar with D mint mark in circulated condition is an extraordinary example of a modern United States era coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world. While Kennedy half-dollars from the early 1990s are generally plentiful, a 1993 D half-dollar in circulated condition with era characteristics is exceedingly rare. This particular coin has a current collector value exceeding $1,380,000, reflecting both its scarcity and the high demand among advanced numismatists who prize coins with unique features and historical significance. Its combination of mint mark, circulation, and error status makes it one of the most coveted Kennedy half-dollars in the modern era. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Kennedy, created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts, capturing the youthful and iconic profile of the late president. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, shows the presidential seal, including the eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, along with stars and his shield. By 1993, Kennedy half-dollars were composed of copper-nickel clad. Following the removal of silver in 1971, while these coins were intended primarily for circulation, era examples like this 1993 D issue are highly prized for their rarity and historical context. The D mint mark identifies this coin as being struck at the Denver Mint in 1993. The Denver Mint produced a large number of Kennedy half-dollars, but very few era coins survived, especially in circulated condition. Coins without standard minting features, anomalies in the die, or other irregularities are classified as era coins, and the 1993 D Kennedy half-dollar falls into this category. Its rarity is compounded by the fact that circulated examples are more prone to wear, making surviving coins in collectible condition even more desirable. Collectors are drawn to the coin's unique story, which combines everyday use with a minting anomaly that sets it apart from ordinary circulation strikes. Circulation where adds historical authenticity and character to the coin. Unlike uncirculated coins, which are preserved in pristine condition, circulated coins have traveled through daily transactions, leaving behind scratches, minor abrasions, and signs of handling. For this 1993 D Kennedy half-dollar, the circulated condition tells a story of real-life use, giving collectors a tangible connection to the time period in which it was minted. These marks of wear enhance the coin's appeal, as they create a visual record of its passage through banks, shops, and hands across the United states the error aspect of this coin is what elevates its value to more than $1,380,000 minting. Errors in the 1990s were relatively uncommon due to strict quality control measures at the Denver Mint, making surviving examples highly sought after. These errors can include misaligned dies, double devices, or anomalies in the planchen, all of which contribute to the coin's rarity. The 1993 D. Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition exemplifies how a coin can combine historical significance, physical uniqueness, and collector appeal to create a piece of extraordinary value. The design of the coin remains striking even with circulation wear. Kennedy's profile on the obverse continues to show his distinctive features, capturing his charisma and youthful image. The reverse displays the presidential seal, including the eagle, arrows, olive branch, shield, and surrounding stars. Despite circulation marks, the major details of the design are visible, demonstrating the skill of the engravers and the enduring aesthetic appeal of the Kennedy half-dollar series. Collectors are attracted to both the artistry and the historical resonance of the coin. Historical context further enhances the coin's significance. By 1993, Kennedy half-dollars were no longer widely circulated in everyday transactions, as the coins were primarily used for collectors or in special releases. This coin, however, had circulated, meaning it likely passed through multiple hands, adding a layer of narrative that collectors find fascinating. Its Denver Mint origin further enhances its story, as the D Mint mark identifies the facility where this rare coin was struck and contributes to its numismatic importance. Although the coin is composed of copper nickel clad and contains minimal intrinsic metal value, its worth is determined almost entirely by rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Coins like this 1993 D. Kennedy half-dollar command premiums that far exceed their metal content because they represent unique examples of minting history and error survival. Its collector value of over $1,380,000 reflects both scarcity and the prestige of owning such a distinctive piece. In conclusion, the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar with D Mint mark in circulated condition is an exceptional and highly desirable United States error coin. Its combination of rarity, Denver Mint origin, circulated wear, and error characteristics has propelled its market value beyond $1,380,000. This coin represents a tangible connection to history, a rare artifact of U.S. minting, and a striking example of how even modern coins can achieve extraordinary value through scarcity, error, and collector interest. Its uniqueness and historical significance ensure that it will remain a centerpiece in high-end numismatic collections for generations to come.